As I said, it's time to say namaskara because it is a day where Karnataka is the focus of our attention. A day when Karnataka will clearly occupy top of mind space. And we have some of the best minds from Karnataka and across the country to dissect every result here for you on India Today television. Let me welcome Dr. Sandeep Shastri, Pro Vice Chancellor, Jain University, also co-convener of Lok Niti, the country's most formidable mind on Karnataka and indeed one of the minds who's brought together election analysis over the years. Welcome, Sandeep. Namaskara.
Namaskara.
What should I be? How was my Kannada in the morning?
Excellent, excellent. I think you are a Kannadiga in all senses and you projected that very well.
My favorite state. How should I have said, how are you once again? Was I right?
Channagidira was the perfect way to say.
Channagidira. Also joining me, T.S. Sudhir, looking exactly like one of those film stars from South Indian cinema with his wondrous moustache with us. T.S. Sudhir also has tracked South Indian politics, particularly for years now. Welcome, Sudhir, to the show. Channagidira.
Yes.
Feeling good?
Feeling very good.
Feeling very good. Ramkrishna Upadhyay, the senior most journalist from Bengaluru, has flown all the way to Delhi. We bridge the gap today between Bangalore and Delhi. Ramkrishna ji, channagidira?
Bala channagideni. ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
Very well, very well. Next to me on the other side, Veera Raghav. TM Veera Raghav is someone who's again tracked South Indian politics for years, has been a former resident editor of The Hindu in Bengaluru and is an old television colleague. Welcome to the show, Veera. Hegidira. Okay. Okay, another proud Kannadiga, Harish Piju. Man from Bengaluru, the city's leading brand expert and someone who's tracked and enjoys the politics of Karnataka. Harish, how should I be greeting you?
Channagidara is a fine, but you know, with a cup of filter coffee from Kodagu, it would even be better.
That's right.
I would be better.
You know, I would love to do this program in MTR with chow chow bhat and a good filter coffee. That's the way we would love to start this morning. But we...
Rajdeep, chow chow bhat is wrong language for today.
Achha.
Karnataka wants either Mosranna or Chitranna.
Achha, we don't know whether it will be Bisebeli bhat, chow chow bhat or what. What will Karnataka throw up? You never know. And then to give us a Delhi flavor, we've got my old friend Javed Ansari, one of the country's senior most journalists. Javed, how should I be greeting you?
In Samachara, what's the news?
In Samachara, well done. Okay, in Samachara, what's the news? I love the way that everything has to end with an R when you are in the state of Karnataka. Sometimes our politicians make the mistake of calling it Karnataka. It's Karnataka.
And also
either way,
Kannada, not Kannad.
That's right, Kannada, not
Even
Kannada.
Modi makes that mistake.
Okay, we'll also have Zafar Islam of the BJP joining us on the show later. But gentlemen, I want to keep the politicians, with due apologies to Mr. Islam, waiting for a bit, because let's focus on just why this election is so important. Remember, this is an election, and we'll put up the numbers. Last time round in 2013, the Congress got a clear majority. They won 122 seats. The BJP, which was trifurcated at the time, had won just 40 of the 224. This time, the magic number is 112. Keep that number in mind, because 222 seats are on offer, 1 seat countermanded, 1 deferred, both in Bengaluru city. 112 is the magic number you need. Let's look first at the X factors. What could decide this election in Karnataka? And I'm going to go to Professor Shastri first, because there is the record 72% turnout, the highest since 1952. Some believe this could be anti-incumbency. Others believe this could be consolidation of some of the major caste groups for the BJP or the Congress. How are you seeing what is the turnout figures in Karnataka?
The rise in voter turnout, Rajdeep, is a clear indicator that the voter in Karnataka wants to assert her right and say what they feel is the type of government they want. Now, is it going to be anti-incumbency or is it going to be pro-incumbency? I don't think there is any empirical data to decide on that. But I think what's critical is which groups both social and economic groups actually came out and voted more? Is it significantly higher in urban Karnataka than rural Karnataka or vice versa? These are issues, I think, which will be critical. Also, the fact that in the 6 regions of Karnataka, which region saw a higher voter turnout, because the nature of competition in the 6 regions is very different. So for me, I think a combination of these factors would indicate what does higher voter turnout actually mean in terms of electoral results.
Now, Veera Raghav, you're a citizen of Bengaluru. Did you go out and vote, or is your vote in Chennai?
My vote is still in Chennai.
Your vote is still in Chennai, so you're one of those Tamilians who's migrated
You're
to
getting me into trouble. I live in the Kaveri heartland.
That's right, you do live in the Kaveri heartland, but voter turnout in Bengaluru was much lower, at about 54%, in fact lower than even the previous elections. How are you seeing Karnataka shaping up in terms of voter enthusiasm? Were voters enthused by the choices they had, Yediyurappa, Siddaramaiah and Kumaraswamy, or is there a lack of enthusiasm among the voters during this campaign?
The one defining factor over the last 3 decades in Karnataka has been the anti-incumbency factor. But this time around, what you noticed was that there was no palpable anti-incumbency beyond a particular point. There was local level anti-incumbency, but in heartfelt regions, I mean in the heartlands of Old Mysore or in the deep pockets of Hyderabad, Karnataka, you didn't see a very strong anti-incumbency factor. So I think there is a sense, if you see the voter turnout in Bangalore, you know, urban lethargy, Saturday morning, I don't want to come out, I'm going out of town for a weekend, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But in the rest of Karnataka, I think there were issues that did mobilize voters, but not one clear issue that could give you a simple trend.
Which is a good point to raise the second X factor, because one of the other X factors that we want to look at is just how Karnataka, many believe, is a mirror cracked today. Karnataka is a state where you will have possibly 6 elections operating at the same time, not just one election. And we want to also look at the Reddy brothers. Remember, in this election, the Reddy brothers, controversial mining barons, have been given as many as 20 tickets to their supporters, not just family members, but supporters across Bellary, Raichur and Chitradurga in particular. And I want to understand from you, T.S. Sudhir, how are the Bellary brothers being perceived? You've traveled through that area. Has the BJP taken a big gamble by looking at the Reddy brothers as people who can deliver, given the fact that these were the same family that virtually destroyed the BJP in 2008?
Well, when Gali Janardhan Reddy was at his peak, Rajdeep used to call himself the Chief Minister of Bellary, that while Yediyurappa rules the rest of Karnataka, Bellary is ruled by the Reddy brothers. I think that perception still stays pretty much in Bellary, though there is also a feeling that after the arrest of Gali Janardhan Reddy and the entire collapse of the mining sector in that part of Karnataka, the economic prosperity of the people of Bellary kind of took a nosedive. But there is also the other view that if you bring back the Reddy brothers, it will come back to the same old days of Bellary when muscle power of the Reddy brothers ruled the roost. So in that sense, the BJP has taken a big gamble in terms of its image, but they have essentially decided to outsource those 3 districts of Raichur, Bellary and Chitradurga to the Reddy brothers, hoping that if they can deliver at least 15 out of those 23 odd seats, they will actually be in a good position.
Okay, that's the question I want to put to you, Syed Zafar Islam, and a short answer to that. Have you taken a big gamble by bringing back the Reddy brothers into the fold? Prime Minister Modi speaks about his war on corruption and then shares a stage with Reddy brothers who are controversial, who've gone to jail. Was that a gamble that you wanted at any cost to win Karnataka, even if it diminished your moral quotient as a political party?
Not at all, Rajdeep. In fact, the two Reddys who are actually contesting on the ticket of Bharatiya Janata Party have absolutely no fire against them, or for that matter, any even allegation against them. So on what basis you are even terming them as that
My
you are talking
studio
about
guests
corruption?
are saying not
they
true.
Have people who are contesting on Bharatiya Janata Party ticket.
Syed Zafar Islam, let's be clear, Janardhan Reddy was running the campaign. I'm just asking this. I'm asking, have you taken a big gamble? Have you taken a big gamble?
It's not a gamble. It's somebody who
desperation.
Somebody who has
Did desperation drive you to the Reddys? Why did you need the Reddys?
It's not. It's Rajdeep. It is not a gamble. It is the people who have confidence in their representative have only been given ticket purely because they have a clean track record, they have zero corruption charges against them, and the people who are talking about them, they must also show that what are the charges against them. There are absolutely no charges, there are absolutely no FIR. And
Sudhir wants to respond. Just a minute, Mr. Islam, fact checker for you. Fact checker time, sir. Sir, fact checker time. Now, no rhetoric. Fact checker.
Mr. Zafar, Gali Somashekar Reddy, who is the BJP candidate from Ballari city, he was charge sheeted in the cash for vote scam, cash for bail scam. That is allegedly paying the judge a bribe in order to get bail for his younger brother Gali Janardhan Reddy. So you can't say that he's absolutely clean in that sense. He was there in the case.
You are talking about something. No. Let me tell you.
He may not be accused in the mining scam.
Let me tell you, it was 2010. You are referring something about 2000. No, you are referring something about UPA regime. If had it been a correct story, then why UPA didn't go after them? That only suggests that it's a fabricated video, and there is absolutely no truth in it. You are referring to something about some event in 2010.
Sir, early morning, I don't want to raise the political temperature beyond the point. Let's look at serious analysis because people want to know the numbers, and I'll ask my producer to also put all our numbers when it comes to polls. But let's look at the next X factor, because remember, the Reddy brothers are focused in 22 seats. 222 seats are on offer. Now let's look at a third X factor. The third X factor reflects, in a sense, another major issue in Karnataka. And as I said, this is a state which is a mirror cracked. Different regions are expected to vote very differently. Now, we expect lots of close fights across the regions of Karnataka, in particular Mumbai, Karnataka and Old Mysuru. Just to tell our viewers, in 2008, 64 of the 224 seats saw margins of less than 5,000 victories. And even in 2013, when the verdict was clearer, there were over 30 seats where the margins were less than 5,000. Karnataka has a number of marginal seats. And Ramakrishna Upadhyay, would that suggest that even a 1% swing, and again I'll ask my producer to put that, even a 1% swing in Karnataka can result in a victory either way. 1-2% swings can make a huge difference in Karnataka.
Definitely. I mean, I will come to that. Before that, I want to make a small point about, Reddy brothers. See, we keep talking about Reddy brothers, tainted people. Congress has not done anything better. They have adopted Anand Singh and Nagendra, who were also the mining barons, and they were denied ticket by the BJP.
And you've got Anil Lad, who's come out of jail, who's also contesting in that big battle of Bellary.
So, neither party is good that
But let's look at the marginal seats. Do you believe the marginal seats will hold the key? Because many believe the Congress is sure to get around 75-80, the BJP is sure to get 60-70, JDS 20-25, and the balance 50-60 will decide Karnataka.
I think definitely that is going to be the case, because even in 2013, we saw something like 47 seats which were decided with less than 5,000 votes, and about 14 seats under 500.
14 seats under 500.
So that being the scenario, and this time now you also have a BSP, which is there in 20 constituencies, and that tied up with JDS.
Marginal seats will be across Karnataka in your view, or mainly on Mumbai, Karnataka?
Mostly in Mumbai, Karnataka and Hyderabad, Karnataka. See, BSP candidates are capable of taking 2-3,000 votes at least.
Okay.
So that case, they can change who is the winner between BJP and Congress. So they have that potential to do that. Okay. So naturally, I think that will be the deciding factor.
Okay, that will be the deciding factor. Let's look at the next X factor that we'll be looking at very closely. Remember, as we are saying, lots of close fights, about 36 tough fights that could hold the key to Karnataka. Our next X factor is, of course, the JDS. What happens with Devagowda's party is going to hold the key to Karnataka. Professor Shastri, am I right there? That Devagowda, in a sense, he got 20% of the vote last time. If his vote starts diminishing, particularly in Old Mysuru, then that could hold the key to the battle for Karnataka.
Undoubtedly, Rajdeep, if the Congress is to cross into triple digits, that can only happen if the Congress does much better in the southern Karnataka region, and for the Congress to do better, the JDS has to retreat. So at the end of the day, a good performance of the Congress rests on a very solid seat share in the southern Karnataka region. So the battle between the Congress and the JDS in the southern Karnataka region is extremely critical.
How is Harish Biju Devagowda perceived in Karnataka? Is there a sense that Devagowda would be a destabilizing factor, H.D. Kumaraswamy? Because he's a hugely popular leader, Kumaraswamy in particular. When I met people on his rallies, people said he was a very good chief minister. So I'm just wondering, how is Devagowda perceived? Is he perceived as a spoiler or as someone who perhaps, you know, is a formidable leader who first fought his election way back in 1962?
You know, Mr. Devagowda's image in Karnataka is twofold. One is a top-down image. You know, the top-down image is all about him being a spoiler, a party of the father and the son, and full stop. The bottom-up imagery is totally different. And particularly if you look at the South Belt, you will look at Mr. Devagowda as the ex-prime minister of this country, a really significant chief minister of the state who did wonderful work for a long period of time. So if you really look at it, I think both these images clash with one another. I think the more real image which is important is what the grassroots level thinks of Mr. Devagowda. And I have right from the beginning, 8 months ago, even before the JDS started its campaign, kept saying, never underestimate the power of the common man. And the common man for me in Karnataka is Mr. H.D. Devagowda, Kumaraswamy and the Janata Dal, with their party symbol being exactly what it is.
But mainly focused, of course, on the Mysuru region. Of course, there is the fear, Veera Raghav, that in the case of Devagowda, because of the silent message that went to his supporters that maybe he was in some tacit understanding with the BJP, he may lose the Vokaliga plus vote, the Muslim vote, the Dalit vote. Is there a genuine fear in the Devagowda camp that this election could see the plus vote drifting away?
Yes, there is a genuine fear, plus the narrative that the Congress sent out saying we are fighting a Hindu secular versus a Hindu communal, trying to take over the rest of the vote. But having said that, Devagowda is the old war horse. You were talking about Siddaramaiah being the Satrap who knows his taluka level leaders. Devagowda is an equally strong leader, so is Kumaraswamy. So they have their grassroots managements. The Congress hopes that this mobilization against the Vokaliga vote in those regions will benefit it.
You know, I'm looking at the impact, the national impact, Javed, and that's where you could tell us, you know, what do you see as the national impact of this election? We keep calling every election a semi-final. You know, building up to the general elections. Will Karnataka be a state election where Siddaramaiah as a regional satrap, in a sense, could well come into his own? Or is this being seen as Rahul Gandhi versus Narendra Modi? If the Congress were to win or lose either way, what's at stake for the Congress and Rahul Gandhi in particular?
Well, if the Congress were to lose, then their chances of leading an opposition formation against Mr. Narendra Modi in 2019 goes for a 6. And there are parties within the opposition fold, like TSR, would be very happy that the Congress not
So you're
well.
actually saying that parties like the TRS in Hyderabad or indeed Mamata Banerjee in Bengal would actually like a situation where the Congress is more dependent on Devagowda and smaller parties rather than the Congress winning today?
Yes, because they don't want the Congress to lead that lead the next formation. But if the Congress wins this, then their stakes, their claims will get reinforced, and their approach to Madhya Pradesh, their approach to Rajasthan will change. They'll have momentum on their side.
And Sandeep, Professor Shastri, the belief is for the BJP, on the other hand, winning today would break that belief that they can't cross the Vindhyas. I mean, Modi has conquered Northeast, he's conquered North India, West India. If he gets Karnataka by a majority, he's truly a pan-Indian leader than in the Indira Gandhi mold.
Yes, and if the BJP were to win Karnataka, they would be grandly re-entering their southern bastion, which they had lost 5 years ago. So, and if you look at the 5 states of South India, this is the only state where in the immediate future the BJP has a chance of coming to power on its own. And therefore Karnataka is so very critical for the BJP, especially as you said, to develop that pan-India image that this is a party present in each region of the country.
Okay, let's therefore, we've set the stage in a way. We've got plenty more, don't worry. We've got the best mind, so we'll talk a lot, analyze all the details, micro and macro here on the battle for Karnataka, results on Karnataka on India Today television. Our reporters have fanned out. You can see them in every nook and corner of the state of Karnataka. We'll be talking to them as we head into the break. Listen in to someone who hopes to be the man of the moment. For Siddaramaiah, could this be the moment he's been waiting for? The moment where he arrives truly as a regional satrap. Will Siddaramaiah bite the dust? Or will he be the new Raja of Mysuru? We'll be back in a moment on results on Karnataka.
Your survey is nearer to truth, ground reality. But I have been touring the states since this December 13th. But as I understood the pulses of the people, the Congress party will get clear majority. The young assembly will not be there in Karnataka.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.